Are you thinking about making a move to Houston, Texas and currently in research mode? Well, I'm about to share with you the top 5 suburbs of Houston, Texas that you definitely need to know about if moving to Houston is in your near future. And we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time landing on my channel, first of all, thank you so much for being here. We covered the entire greater Houston area from suburb to suburb, city to city, so you can know exactly what to expect whenever moving and relocating down here to the Houston, Texas region. And if that is the kind of content that you're looking for, hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to stay up to date with the current market here in Houston, Texas. My name is Andrew Lake. I'm with the Life in Houston Realty team, and we get calls and text messages from people just like yourself all of the time wanting to relocate here to the Houston, Texas area. And so whether you are 9 days out or 9 months out, it doesn't matter. Feel free to give us a call. I will leave all of my information in the description box down below, and we would be delighted and honored to help you make a smooth move to Houston, Texas. Now, let's take a closer look at the top 5 suburbs of Houston. And we're gonna kick things off on the southeast side of Houston, outside of the Beltway, AKA Sam Houston Parkway. And before we get into that, I wanna show you the infrastructure here so you can get familiar with the major freeways here in the Houston area. So let's dive into my computer real quick and I'll show you around. All right, so I have Houston pulled up on the map here, and the first thing you're gonna see is, man, Houston is just massive. It is just freaking enormous. It is Houston. So, I mean, let's break this down real quick so you can get an understanding of the infrastructure here. So the first thing I want you to know and see right here is going to be what's called 610. 610 is what we call the innermost loop. When we call the loop of Houston is going to be 610. Inside the loop is going to be anything inside of 610. You got River Oaks over here. We have, Memorial, we have, Uptown, Midtown, East Downtown over here, Museum District, Rice Military, all that good stuff is over here on the west side. So anything inside the loop is, when we say inside the loop, that's what we're really talking about, is inside 610. You are in the heartbeat of Houston, Texas. And then the next loop that you're gonna wanna know about is Beltway 8, AKA Sam Houston Tollway. And this is the second outermost loop. Now, this is going to be very close to the suburbs. So anything outside of the loop or outside of this Beltway 8 is what we normally refer to as the suburbs. And anything inside is still the city limits of Houston, Texas. And then finally, in the most recent projects, we have Highway 99, which is gonna go all the way around here. Doesn't quite make a complete loop just yet, but it will eventually. It's gonna come down here, probably through Sienna, and then end up in the Alvin area, somewhere down here. And then it's gonna end up connecting somewhere down here as well. But who knows where the end goal or the end project is gonna be, but this will make a final loop one day or another, maybe a couple decades from now. Who knows how long it's gonna take. And then next we have I-10. So Interstate 10 from east to west. It's gonna kind of cross straight into downtown Houston, just like that. On the east side over here, on the west side over here is gonna take you towards San Antonio, and on the east side is gonna take you towards Louisiana. And then finally, we have I-45, which is gonna come straight up through here, all the way. 45 north is gonna take you towards Dallas. 45 south is gonna take you towards Galveston Island. So you can see all the suburbs out here the most popular suburbs that we really talk about a lot is gonna be Tomball. We have the Woodlands up here. We have Katy down here. We have, let's see, Sugarland. Oh, can't forget Cypress is one of them. And then we have Pearland, Friendswood, and then League City. So now that you're familiar with the infrastructure here in the Houston area, let's go ahead and jump into our first suburb that we're gonna talk about, and that is Pearland. Okay, so Pearland is just south or southeast of Houston. You can see it's right there. I'll go ahead and highlight this for you. We got Pearland right there. And then, so Pearland is kind of really on two sides. Here, let me separate this for you. The major road is gonna be 288. So we got Highway 288 here, and then we have Highway 35, and then we're gonna have 518, which kind of stretches all across through Friendswood and then gets into League City. And then of course, Beltway 8 right there. Okay, so what I want you to know, or I want you to note is On the west side of Pearland, so on the west side of Pearland, we have Shadow Creek Ranch. So this is going to be Alvin ISD. So this is not going to be Pearland ISD. So I want you to take note of that. If you are home shopping in the Pearland area, basically that dividing line is going to be 288. So any homes on this side, on the west side of 288, is going to be zoned to Alvin ISD, not Pearland ISD. Anything on the east side of Pearland or east side of 288 is going to pretty much be Pearland ISD. So we really separate Pearland into those two categories. When we say new, a lot of people in the local community will say, you know, I want something in East Pearland, or I want something in Old Pearland town site. Old Pearland town site really is, they were just referring to the east side of Pearland, anything before 288, and sometimes even, you know, a little bit maybe further down than that, maybe Cullen. Cullen is this road right down here that stretches through there. So basically all this would be kind of Old Pearland. So, but overall, let me delete this for a second and I'll show you. Pearland kind of stretches around right about through here, kind of comes up and then does like this number there. So that it's not exact, but that's pretty much how big Pearland is. So like, again, anything, you know, on this side of 288, on the west side of 288, is going to be Alvin ISD and the Shadow Creek Ranch side. If you want to know what living in Shadow Creek looks like, make sure you check out that video. I did have a full video about what it's like to live in Shadow Creek Ranch. And then also we have a Pearland video. So if you want to watch the full blog or full vlog tour of Pearland, things to do, places to eat, and all that good stuff, all the most popular communities in Pearland, we definitely walked and did some really nice home tours there. So check out that video if you have a second. So now that you have an idea of the infrastructure in Pearland, let's dive into some stats that you definitely need to know about. So Pearland is actually pretty big, right? So the population here in Pearland is a little over 130,000 people, with the median age being around 36. And the average household, or the median household income, I should say, is around $112,000. And the main industries leading the Pearland economy are going to be healthcare, social assistance, educational services, manufacturing and distribution. And the average sales price ranges from $370,000 to $400K, but when I pulled the numbers a month ago, it was $370,000. Now, the schools in Pearland are something that are definitely worth noting. Now, the school system here at Pearland ISD is actually ranked number 4 out of 53 schools in the entire city, or entire greater Houston and Houston area. They have an A rating for academics, B+ rating for the teachers, an A- rating for clubs and activities, A rating for diversity, A+ rating for college prep, and they have currently 21,237 students currently enrolled, with a student to teacher ratio of 18:1. Now they have 15 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, and 3 high schools. Now the high schools in Pearland are gonna be Pearland High School, obviously. Then they have Dawson High School, and then they're gonna have Shadow Creek Ranch. But again, Shadow Creek Ranch is gonna be zoned to Alvin ISD. But the third high school really referring to is called Turner. So Turner is really was a 9th grade center before they end up going to the Pearland High School. But those are the 3 main schools that you definitely need to know about when it comes to the high schools here. Now, some of the most popular neighborhoods in Pearland are going to be Shadow Creek Ranch. Now we have Oakbrook, Green Tea Terrace, which is an awesome golf course community. We have Lakes at Highland Glen, and then we have several neighborhoods by Pearland High School, which is actually really popular. So we have Mary's Creek, the estates at Mary's Creek. We have Town Lake Estates. There's so many different ones out there. So let's dive into my computer. I want to show you what you can get, some different price ranges and what's currently on the market for sale, so you can see for yourself what kind of homes you can get here in these certain price ranges and what they really look like. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at Shadow Creek Ranch first. All right, so I have Shadow Creek Ranch. You can see over here Shadow Creek. There's 288. Shadow Creek is going to be on the west side of 288, as I mentioned. So let's go ahead and zoom in just a tad bit here so we can see what we got going on. So we have a 379 here, 460, 415. There's a property for 3,000. We have a 375. Let's take a look at the list view so we can get a better understanding. Okay, so it looks like the highest rating, or the highest listed home for sale in Shadow Creek Ranch currently is 875,000. And then we have the lowest home for sale currently is going to be Oh, it's rentals. So currently lowest rented or lowest lease currently right now is $2,200 over there. Okay, so $329,900. So $330,000 is gonna be the cheapest house that you're gonna be able to get in Shadow Creek Ranch. Let's take a look at it. Not too bad. So it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,900 square foot. Looks like they have some, that's probably laminate floors there. There's some painted cabinetry. So we have some white and some blue mixtures going on there with the gold or gold Venetian. I don't know what kind of granite that is. Anyways, it looks decent. Not a bad house at all. It looks well kept, looks updated, nice walk-in shower. We have some nice tones here in the bathroom, a pink wall. Obviously they have a girl as a daughter. So that's just something you can get for $330,000. Let's go ahead and take another look at another property, see what we got. Oh, here's one with a nice little pool. So let's see what we can get here. So we have a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,800 square foot, almost 29, 2,881 square foot. Currently for sale, just recently reduced to $7,000. Looks like it has a really nice pool and a spa in the backyard. Really nice 2-story home. Let's scan through these photos real quick, see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Kind of a tiny little living room. I guess is what you're gonna get for 2,800 square foot and a 2-story. Nice open kitchen. That is called quartzite countertops, by the way. Those are man-made. Looks like a nice house. Yeah, they did a nice job. I like this tile. What do you guys think about that tile? And this vanity, we got a dual vanity there. Nice walk-in shower. Great tile work there. That looks pretty good. I actually really like that. We have the black fixtures. Not too keen on everything being gray, gray and white. I feel like it's really played out. This right here, look at that. I like that vanity, that natural wood look. That's perfection right there. And then we have a little nice pergola out there. And let's see, it looks like we're on waterfront too. It does look like you have some sort of a lake view waterfront ish, and you do have somewhat of green space. So that is what you can get for $485,000 in Shadow Creek Ranch. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next neighborhood, which is called Oak Brook. Oak Brook is a pretty popular one. It's located right off of Dixie Farm Road in 518. So here we have a $348,000 home. Let's take a look at this one. Price was just dropped. Backyard looks like it needs a little bit of work, but it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's around almost 2,400 square foot. It's $350. I mean, it's not too bad. You are on the older side of Pearland, so you are going to be zoned to Pearland ISD. So things are going to be a little bit more expensive over there. Not by much, but just a little bit more expensive when you are going to be zoned to Pearland ISD versus Alvin ISD. So we have a washer and dryer room. Looks like we have a nice little upstairs area. Perfect for, sending the kids away to go play upstairs. Not too shabby. Let's take a look at the next one. We have 359. Let's see what that one looks like. So this one looks a little bit newer or updated. Photos look terrible. Shame, shame, shame. I don't like it when agents take pictures with their cell phones. I think it does. This property could have been displayed so much more better than it does online. If they would have hired out a professional photographer. For some reason, it irks me. It's one of those things it's one of my pet peeves. I hate it when agents do that. Anyways, I digress. So we have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, 2,100 square feet for $360,000. Not too bad. Looks like a newer AC system, which is always good, especially down here in Houston. It is smoking hot down here in the summertime. It just sucks. So that one is $360,000. So Oak Brook, let's see. I'll zoom out so you guys can kind of see where it's at. So Oak Brook, this is Dixie Farm Road. And then we have, a little too far. So we got Dixie Farm Road, and then 518 is gonna be right there. All right, the next neighborhood I'm gonna tell you about is called Green Tea Terrace, and this is one of the older and probably one of the most popular neighborhoods in all of the older Pearland. And this neighborhood has been around for a very long time. It's it's an older, more established community. It's a golf club community, a country club community. The golf course is like right in the middle of the entire neighborhood. So let me show you here on my computer real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we have Green Tea here, so you'll have Yost or Scarsdale, but let me move around a little bit. So we have 518 in Pearland Parkway. So just find 518 in Pearland Parkway, and then we have Country Club Drive. So Country Club Drive is gonna kind of make a nice little circle all the way around the actual golf course, which is really cool. And then it kind of goes a little bit, not all of this is going to be green tea. So we have, some of this is gonna be actually Riverstone Ranch, but a good majority of this right here across is going to be green tea. So here I have 4 properties pulled up that are currently for sale. So we have a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,000 square foot for $485. We have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square foot for $430. And then we have a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square foot for $449. Then we have another one over here for $525. That's 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath. Let's take a look at that one. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 4,370 square foot. Oh, this one's nice. Okay, so we have 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 4,370 square foot for $525. Looks like they have some nice little hardwoods up in here. And then they have a really nice outdoor patio, which is really cool in the backyard. And this actually looks really nice. So it's a lot of these homes aren't gonna have super tall ceilings unless it's gonna be a brand new home. But this looks like these are obviously staged photos, virtually staged photos, but it looks really nice. I love the wood or the tile, if that's tile, that might actually be tile in there. But looks really nice to me. I think it just needs a little bit of a homey feel. Right now it kind of feels like an empty shell because there's nothing in there. Maybe they should have thought about doing some staging. That way you guys could visualize what it looks like to live there. But I think this property looks pretty good, especially for 4,370 square feet. And this home was built in 1988. So like I said, this neighborhood is a little bit of an older community, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's one of the most popular neighborhoods around town. All right, so moving on to the next suburb, and the next one I'm gonna tell you about is gonna be the neighboring suburb, which is all about Friendswood, Texas. And Friendswood, Texas is one of those hidden gems that just doesn't get enough publicity or doesn't get talked about enough. And it's one of those underrated neighborhoods or underrated suburbs. But I'm here to tell you, don't sleep on Friendswood. Friendswood is one of those neighborhoods that is like one of the safest neighborhoods to be in or safest communities to be in. It's one of those smaller landlocked communities or neighborhoods. I mean, I keep saying neighborhoods. It's one of those smaller landlocked cities, but it's a smaller city and man, like it is freaking awesome to live there. Trust me, it is amazing to live there. You have that small town vibe. You have tons of luxury. Like if you're looking for luxury, look no further than Friendswood. There's luxury all over the place, especially with new construction. So, and I actually covered one of those. If you're looking for a new construction and you wanna be in a community, and you wanna have a builder that's already gonna be building it for you in the community, then look no further than Friendswood. I did cover a video. I'm actually in my Friendswood vlog tour. If you go to Living in Friendswood on my playlist, you'll see the Friendswood vlog tour that we did. And if you kind of fast forward through all of it, if you don't want to watch anything, you don't want to watch the entire thing about all of Friendswood, then feel free to fast forward. But we did get to a new construction neighborhood that they're just beginning the early stages of developing. Well, not early stages. I think they're maybe halfway done with the development, but man, it's the builder is Taylor Morrison. They're putting out some gorgeous homes, but we toured a $1.5 million new construction home that you definitely don't want to miss out on. It is a beautiful, beautiful, pristine home. So check that out if you're looking for luxury. But let's dive into the computer real quick. I'll show you where Friendswood is. So Friendswood is right next door to Pearland. So we got Pearland right here, and we're gonna have Friendswood right next door. So we have 518 is still gonna be that main road that kind of flows through, all right? And then we're gonna have 2351, that'll connect to 35 and 45. And the fastest way most people get out of Friendswood is going to be I-45. So that is what Friendswood, those are the main roads that you're gonna be traveling a lot. Actually, I forgot one, there's gonna be 528. So FM 528 is going to go through Friendswood as well. So FM 528 actually turns into NASA Road 1 on the other side, on the east side of 45. So once you cross over into 45, getting into, let's say, NASA Bay or Clear Lake, Webster area, that's where it turns into NASA Road 1. But these are the main roads. So you have 518, you have 528, and then you have 2351. Now, the population of Friendswood is around 41 or 42,000 people, with the median age being at 38. The median household income here is around 122,000. And the industries leading the Friendswood economy are going to be healthcare, manufacturing, educational services, and management. And the average sales price for a single family home in Friendswood is going to be around $512,000. And the school system here is definitely worth looking into. So Friendswood ISD actually ranks number 3 on the list of the 53 schools in the Houston area. They have an A+ rating for academics, A rating for teachers, A- for clubs and activities, a B rating for diversity, A+ rating for college prep, and 6,213 students currently enrolled. And they have a student to teacher ratio at surprisingly 16:1. They have 4 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. Friendswood ISD has been ranked top notch for a long time, and there's a reason for it. They really care about their educational systems here. So don't sleep on Friendswood. If you're looking for one of the best school districts for your children to be into, Friendswood ISD is definitely gonna be one of them. Now, one of the most popular neighborhoods here is gonna be West Ranch. We have Friendswood Oaks or Autumn Creek, Sterling Creek or Friendswood Lakes, the Avalon or the Forest of Friendswood. So let's take a look at a couple of those neighborhoods before we move on to the next suburb. All right, so let's take a look at the first community. The first one we're gonna talk about is gonna be West Ranch. This is probably one of the most popular neighborhoods here. So West Ranch is gonna be located right off of 518 and 528, or it's not right off of it, it's very close. Kind of right in the middle between 528 and Bay Area Boulevard. So over here is gonna be League City, and then over here is going to be Friendswood. So I've already highlighted a little bit of the community. It's not exactly perfect, but you get the idea. So let's take a look at some property that we have here inside of West Ranch currently for sale. So we have a 460, we have a 1.1, we have an 815, a 490, a 999. Let's take a look at what some of these look like. So this 1.1 million, let's take a look at this. It's a nice little waterfront. Okay, so we have a waterfront home here. Looks beautiful. So we have a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, almost 4,800 square feet. Looks like we have some nice hardwoods in there. Beautiful hardwood bookshelf there. Some tall ceilings, tall entryways, beautiful drapes there. Hardwood kitchen cabinetry, kind of like a mahogany color or cherry. And then the granite countertops. Then we have a stovetop, gas stovetop, has to be. We have a fireplace. So we have some tall ceilings, which is really nice. And then we have his and her vanities, not his and her sinks, his and her vanities. And then we have this nice walk-in shower. And then we have this nice little storage area, beautiful. Looks like a pretty big laundry room, which is nice. This looks good. And then we have, this is upstairs, so this must be like a playroom or a guest room, media room. Oh yeah, here's the media room. And we have a wet bar area entering into the media room. That's pretty cool, I like that. And let's see if we have any pictures of the outside. So no pool, there is no pool, 1.1 million, no pool, but you do have waterfront and it looks like you do have plenty of space to build out a pool. The next one, let's take a look at 999. So this is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 4,300 square foot. This one looks pretty nice. We have, instead of just gray walls, it looks more of a creamish white colored with a darker wood. And yes, now we finally have some color. I love it when people include color instead of just gray and white. We have the tray ceiling there, nice accent piece. We have an accent fireplace. Oh, beautiful, love it. I love when we have color. Yes, here we go. This is what I live for. When I'm looking at property, I want to see color. I just don't like the plain Jane, just bland builder grade colors. There's no custom, there's no like this, it doesn't feel custom to me when I'm browsing these homes or when I'm showing these homes. Some buyers don't really care because they see a blank canvas to do, their will with the property. But to me, this is gorgeous. We have the nice accented fireplace from wall to ceiling, floor to ceiling, sorry. And then we have an accented island here with, that's not even quartzite, I don't believe. That's actually, that's probably quartzite, not quartz. So quartzite is the one that is not man-made, if I'm not mistaken. Quartz is the man-made one. So this is probably quartzite, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks beautiful nonetheless. We have some nice cabinetry here, nice vent hood with some custom woodwork there. Looks gorgeous. Gas burning stovetop, butler's pantry here. Yes, I love this property. I Love it. I feel like they did a great job here. I would not be surprised if they get a buyer rather quickly on this particular home. This one looks gorgeous. We have the tray ceilings, and again, with some accented pieces, and they're keeping the same theme here with blue. Looks great to me. The bathroom looks beautiful. Nice walk-in shower, looks great. Oh, we have a pool table, pool area, and the media room up there. This is looking good. I am liking this. Let's scroll down, see if we can get into the outside. So let's scroll down through the outside. So we do have a pool. This looks gorgeous. Here we go. Now we're talking. Then we have the tiki wood out here. This looks great. They have gravel. Man, they did a good job. This almost looks fake to me. It looks so good, it almost looks fake, but this is definitely not fake. This is real. This is the real deal here. This looks gorgeous. I love it. It's not even, it's almost $1 million, but hey, it's not even $1 million. Look at that. They did the lighting and the landscaping here. Man, kudos to them. Good job. I am glad. I'm happy to see something that is just unique, not just unique, but something that doesn't look so bland. Beautifully done. And they even have like a little, I don't even know if that's a playhouse for the kids, a little outhouse or whatever, but it looks great. And then the price for this one again was $999,000. So basically $1 million. And it's 4,300 square foot. Oh, it is option pending. So they are under contract with a buyer. So I wasn't surprised. So they were on the market for 27 days and then now they're option pending. So they're currently under contract with the buyer. But that's what you can get at West Ranch. Now, obviously West Ranch does have some cheaper properties. You're not gonna get a $400,000 home here that looks like this. But nonetheless, West Ranch is one of the most popular neighborhoods in Friendswood. Make sure you check out my Friendswood video if you want to take a look at some more neighborhoods. We do all sorts of home tours together where I show the inside of the homes and the outside of the homes. We do all kinds of stuff and I show you all the most popular neighborhoods here in Friendswood. With that said, let's move on to our next suburb community. All right, we're gonna keep our theme going. We've been going from west to east. We're gonna do exactly that. The next neighboring suburb is going to be League City, Texas. League City, Texas is just on the other side of 45. Actually, it does extend over on the other side of 45. It butts up to Friendswood. So let's dive into my computer and I'll show you exactly where it's located. So we have League City right here, but League City kind of does this number a little bit and kind of comes around and then all through up in here. Not exact. Again, y'all can pull up a regular map and show you exactly, it'll highlight where League City is, but nonetheless, that is where League City is. You kind of get the idea. It's 45 really splits it. We have old time League City over here, or original League City. Again, 518 is that road that kind of comes through there, just like that goes through Friendswood and Pearland. So 518 is going to take you on the other side of 45 where you're going to get into historic downtown League City. Beautiful area, by the way. As a matter of fact, one of the first videos that I did in League City was a vlog tour, and I started recording that video in historic downtown at one of the parks, or League Park in historic downtown. So you might want to check that out. It's a great video. So nonetheless, let's dive into some League City stuff, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to know about League City. The first thing I want you to know is about the population. The population of League City is 118,000 people. The median age in League City is 37. The median household income is around $120,000. And the industries leading the economy in League City are healthcare, energy, aerospace, marine, and the average sales price for a single family home is a little bit less than Friendswood, but a little bit more than Pearland, or kind of right on par in Pearland. So it'd be $400,000 to $410,000 is the average sales price in League City, Texas. Now, the school districts, again, man, this is why I love the south and southeast side of Houston outside of the Beltway so much, because of the school districts, and they're all so good. Pearland, Friendswood, League City. So League City is actually ranked number 5 out of 53 in all of the schools. So we just covered the number 4 was Pearland, number 3 was Friendswood, and number 5 is going to be League City. League City isn't League City ISD, by the way. League City is the school districts in League City is actually called Clear Creek ISD. Or CCISD for short. So CCISD is ranked number 5, just like I said. It has an A rating for academics, A- rating for its teachers, an A- rating for clubs and activities, an A rating for diversity, A+ rating for college prep, and it currently has enrolled right now 40,693 students as of the making of this this video. And it has a teacher to student ratio of 17:1. Not too bad. And it has 27 elementary schools, 10 middle schools, and 8 high schools. Yes, Clear Creek ISD is big. There's nothing wrong with Clear Creek ISD. Clear Creek is a phenomenal school district. So if you want Pearland, great. You want Friendswood, great. You want League City, great. The only difference between them, I mean, really is the size. So let's using Friendswood. So if you're looking for a smaller district for your kids to attend to, Friendswood might be more ideal for you. But if you're looking or don't care for something a little bit larger, or if you don't really care how the size of the district, you want something a little bit bigger, League City is still a great choice. Pearland is still a great choice. Now, the most popular neighborhoods here in League City, again, we have 45 that kind of splits both sides. So we have east and west. So there's multiple different popular communities on either side of those. And so we have Tuscan Lakes, South Shore Harbor, we have Sedona, we have Magnolia Creek, and then we have Westwood. So let's take a closer look at some of those. We'll look at a couple properties in those communities and we'll move on to the next suburb. All right, so moving on my computer, we can see we have 96, so 518, here's 528 and here's 518. So you're gonna have to go a little bit more south, get down to 96. The first neighborhood we're gonna cover is right off 96 and it's called Tuscan Lakes. Now there's two sides of Tuscan Lakes. We have the south side down here, south of 96. We have Tuscan Lakes, where Tuscan Lakes Boulevard you'll see. And then we have another side right up in here. Now this is a ginormous community. It is huge. And there's also another side of Tuscan Lakes, or the estates or the villages at Tuscan Lakes, which is a gated community. So if you're looking for something that's gated, you need to have a little bit more money to spend, and you're looking for a little bit maybe more luxury, you're gonna wanna be in the villages at Tuscan Lakes. So let's take a look and see what we have for sale in the ungated section currently. So we have a 750, a 525, a 280, a 377, and a 495, and then a 529. So one thing I want you to note about Tuscan Lakes, is that Tuscan Lakes is one of those neighborhoods just like Shadow Creek Ranch was in Pearland. Shadow Creek Ranch, we have a dividing line where it separates Pearland ISD and Alvin ISD. With Tuscan Lakes is very similar construct or very similar setup there. Now, some of Tuscan Lakes on the south side are all gonna be zoned to what's called Dickinson ISD. So if you're looking for League City school district, Clear Creek school districts to be in CCISD, and you're gonna be in League City, that's something to pay attention to if you're eyeballing Tuscan Lakes, because you don't want to end up purchasing a property and end up being in the wrong school districts that you were seeking after in the first place. So just something to bear in mind that, Tuscan Lakes does have two different school districts zoned to whichever side you are going to. So let's take a look at this one. So this is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, $749,000. It's 4,150 square feet. This looks great. I love this backyard. Has a nice little privacy fence here, fire features. We have the stone fire. This looks great. We have a spa. And then we have, look at that, that's nice. That's a good area to make some videos and shoot some pictures for sure. And then we have an outdoor kitchen, beautiful, and a covered patio with our TV and our fireplace. This looks great. So we have tall ceilings here, looks good. Maybe I want some color in there. I want some color in there now, but it's okay. It's all right, I'll let it go. Again, people could do what they want. The way things look is just all a matter of opinion. But anyways, so this is what the exterior of the home looks like. Looks great. This is beautiful. And then let's keep scrolling. Let me find some other pictures, see what we got. And let's see, so we have the dark mahogany style hardwood. Not too bad. And we have a media room up here. Nice little game room area right off of the media room looks really cool. And we have a nice little staircase. This looks good. This one, again, 4,150 square feet for $750,000. Try to buy a 4,150 square foot home out in Los Angeles in California, and you tell me how much you have to pay for something like that. All right, moving on to the next community I want to tell you about is gonna be South Shore Harbor. South Shore Harbor is very similar to the Gulf Crest Country Club in Green Tea Terrace in Pearland. It is an older, more established neighborhood, very close to the marina over here in League City. but they have some really nice homes. I've actually done a couple of flips in this neighborhood. They have bigger homes here, but we have 575, 465, 489, 795. I mean, it looks pretty good. So this is a golf course community. Let's take a look at this 749, see what this one looks like. 4,200 square foot. These are older homes, so remember, let's see what the interior looks like of this. Might have a little bit older. This one actually looks nice. This one has been updated. We have some hardwood floors up in here. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 4,200 square foot. Floor to ceiling fireplace. Looks great. That mantle looks nice. I like that mantle. That looks good. Kitchen is what it is. It's not too big, not too small. Kind of average size kitchen. But you know, photography is tricky. Is that a phone booth? Oh, that is a lift. That is a lift. That is an elevator shaft. That is a lift. I bet you they're going up in the second story of their closet. I was confused at first. I see the track system there now. Okay. I was like, what in the world is that? So they have a lift in their closet. That is interesting. Master bedroom looks pretty darn big to me. Let's see if we can find some pictures of the outside, if they have any. We have a pool out here. Nice little pergola. Looks good. So 749,000, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 4,200 square foot, and it was built in 1984. Not too bad. Again, like I said, it's an older established neighborhood and it's been on the market for 76 days. So you might have some negotiation power if you're looking for something like this. It's been on the market for a little bit. Who knows? All right, moving on to the next suburb, and we're gonna shake things up. We are moving away from the south and southeast side of Houston. Now we're gonna make our way to the west side of Houston, and this is gonna be all about Katy, Texas. So let's dive into my computer and I'll show you exactly where it's at. So we come over here, so Beltway 8 and I-10, we got Katy, Texas right there. So again, what I want to tell you, Katy is huge. I mean, Katy is massive. It has exploded in the past couple of decades. There is so much there now. There's tons of new developments out there, and there's so much going on in Katy, but it is a really nice area. And Katy, you know, is regularly ranking among the best school systems, which I'll get into here in just a moment. We have Katy Mills Malls over there. Cinco Ranch is part of it too, but man, Katy is huge. And it kind of backs up into, Town Lake, Cypress area. So Cypress is right here, which is another very, very popular suburb in the Houston area. But we got Katy, Texas right here. Great, awesome area. You want new construction, it's there. You want luxury, it's definitely there. You want something more affordable, it's definitely there as well. But what I want to say, one of the biggest downfalls about Katy, in my opinion, is going to be I-10. I-10, and man, just avoid I-10 like you would the plague during rush hour traffic, and sometimes it just all day actually. Rush hour alone is terrible, but traffic over there on I-10 is just terrible in and of itself. So if you can find something and a home over there that is maybe kind of deeper inside Katy, where you won't have to jump on I-10 to really get anywhere. So you can avoid traffic if you can, but that would be my best advice for you there. But Katy is huge. So now the population of Katy is around 22,800 to 23,000 people, okay? Hold on, I know I said Katy is massive, it's huge, there's tons of people there. That's just Katy proper. That's what we call Katy proper here in Houston area. Now the greater Katy, right, Katy's so freaking big, so the greater Katy is actually 340,000 people according to the last census. And the median age in Katy is 36. The median household income is 115,000. And the industries leading the Katy economy right now is gonna be retail, healthcare, and the energy departments. So the average sales price here, the average sales price here in Katy is $436,000. Again, going back, I keep saying again, but going back to the school systems here, man, Katy ranks #1 out of 53 schools in the Houston, or 53 school districts in the Houston and greater Houston area. So Katy is regularly up there as the #1 school district. You know, they always kind of bounce around between Pearland or Friendswood quite a bit. I mean, truth be told, guys, you can't go wrong with Katy, Pearland, League City, or Friendswood. You can't go wrong with them. If you're looking for school districts, you just simply can't go wrong with either one of those options that you choose. But anyways, so it is ranked #1 out of 53 currently. It has an A rating for academics, an A rating for teachers, an A rating for clubs and activities, an A rating for diversity, an A+ rating for college prep, and get this, 92,667 students currently enrolled with a teacher to student ratio, I can't talk today, of 16:10. Wow, 92,000 people in a teacher to student ratio of 16:10 is pretty impressive to me. And it has 45 elementary schools, 18 middle schools, and 10 high schools. And some of the most popular neighborhoods in Katy are gonna be Grand Lakes, Cinco Ranch, the Avalon at Seven Meadows, Windsor Park Lakes, and Lake Forest at Kellywood. So let's pull up a couple properties here and Grand Lakes. We're gonna take a look at Grand Lakes first. So we have Grand Parkway 99, that's that outermost loop that I was telling you about. And then we have West Park Tollway right down here. So you can see, remember when I was telling you Katy proper? I'm zooming in too much. So we have Katy proper over here, but this is gonna be the greater Katy. We're really close to Cinco Ranch down here. So now let's take a look at some of these properties here in Grand Lakes. We have a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,700 square foot home for $600,000. We have a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath for 4,700 square foot for $845,000. 6 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, for almost 4,000 square foot for $780,000. And then we have a $489,000 home here for 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 2,600 square foot, but you get the idea. You know, you have options to choose from. You don't have to go luxury if you don't want to, but if you want luxury, it's most certainly here. Now, this really isn't considered luxury. They do have properties most certainly in the millions if you're looking specifically for luxury. So let's take a look at this one. This is a almost 3,800 square foot, and it's pending currently for $600,000. So let's take a look at the interior, see what it looks like. I like the exterior already. You have a drive-in, kind of a motor pool style garage parking area, which is nice. You have that overhang there. So this is going to be a little bit of an older home, an older community. It's built in 1999. So we have a 2-story home here, high ceilings, which is nice. At least we have some color, I'll give them that. At least it's not all gray and white. Kitchen is what it is. Looks a little bit small, not too bad though. Walk-in pantry, nice set of stairs here. I would like it if they replaced this with the hardwood when they did the floors. Let's see, tray ceilings up there, and looks like they have some tapered lights. Yep, tapered lights right around in the dining area, which is pretty nice. At least we have some color again. We got some blue. I like that blue though. That looks actually pretty nice. Let me know if you guys like that blue. Shower. This could all use some updates. Not too bad though. For $600,000, you get almost 3,800 square foot, and you get Katy ISD, which is pretty cool. All right, so next we're gonna go to Avalon at Seven Meadows. So this is gonna be right off of 99, and then we have Fry Road here, and then we have Gaston Road right here. Now this is gonna be one of those golf course communities. So this one, we have 2 currently for sale, one for $650,000 and then one for $1.1 million. So let's take a look at this $1.1 million, since we already looked at a $600,000 home here. So we have a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath house we have 4,477 square foot, so almost 4,500. So it does have a pool and it does have a spa. Now I'm wondering if this one needs some updates, because I'm wondering why it's listed at 1.1 million. We'll take a look and see. It definitely needs some paint job for 1.1, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks nice. As far as the layout is concerned, we have some tall ceilings. You have this curvature over around here, around the upper stairway, landing areas. And I would definitely replace the floors, not gonna lie. Don't really like those floors too much. But hey, you know what? Again, all of this stuff is really just a matter of opinion. My opinion, at the end of the day, does not matter. It's what you guys are looking for, not me. But no, now we have this nice stainless steel refrigerator. I wonder what kind of refrigerator that is. I wonder if that's Thermador. No, I don't know what that is. I can't tell. Maybe Thor. Walk in, there we go. Nice spiral staircase. Nice little landing, a little crosswalk, gangway area, balcony overlooking it. I probably know why it's 1.1 because it is considered a quote unquote waterfront property because you do have that little lakefront view behind you. All right, so the next and final suburb on our list today is gonna be the Woodlands. So the Woodlands is one of those communities or suburban areas that has been around for a long time, and man, oh man, they got some gorgeous properties out there. It is like living in the woods in some areas. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. It is north of Houston. So if you are okay with being on the north side of Houston, nothing wrong with it, but you're just gonna be away from everything that's located on the south side. But if you don't really care what's down on the south side, but the Woodlands is a phenomenal place to be. There is tons to do out there. So let's dive into my screen. I'll show you where it's at. All right, so we got the Woodlands way up here. I'll circle this bad boy for you. So we got the Woodlands right in there. Now, what's interesting is you might see some addresses being called the Woodlands, but most of the time, really a lot of these homes are actually considered Conroe. The Woodlands does not actually have their own independent school system. It's actually all Conroe ISD. So it's not gonna be the Woodlands ISD. There will be a Woodlands High School, but there isn't gonna be an actual like Conroe ISD. So let's zoom in for a little bit and I'll show you exactly, guys, where all this stuff is. So Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, that is it's a very popular music venue. I've been there quite a few times myself. I've watched Kenny Chesney out there. I actually won tickets to a rock concert when I was a little kid by calling into the radio station. That was pretty cool. I had to hand the phone to my dad because I was underage at the time, so he had to actually claim those tickets for me. Funny, whatever. But we ended up going to the rock concert because I won some tickets. That's pretty cool. But then we have the Woodlands Mall, which is really nice. But man, the Woodlands is huge, very beautiful area indeed. So if you're looking for luxury, look no further than the Woodlands. It is certainly out here, but you're gonna pay a hefty price tag for it. Let's take a look at some of the stats that you need to know about the Woodlands. So the population of the Woodlands has around 120,000 people with a median age of around 40. Median household income inside the Woodlands is gonna be around $144,000 to $145,000. And the industries leading the Woodlands economy is gonna be the professional industry, the scientific industry, and technical services. The average sales price for a single family home here, again, remember I said you're gonna pay a hefty price tag in this area, is gonna be around $810,000. Yes, you heard that right. That is the average sales price for a single family home in the Woodlands right now, currently as the making of this video, $810,000. The school system here is actually not that bad, right? The schools, like I said, the Woodlands doesn't have its own independent school system, so they're banking off of Conroe ISD. Conroe, which is just a little bit more north on 45. So the school system here is actually Conroe ISD, which is still a great school district. It's ranked number 6 on the list of 53 school systems inside in and around the area of Houston. It has an A rating for academics, an A rating for teachers, A rating for clubs and activities, A rating for diversity, A+ rating for college prep, and it has 70,700 students currently enrolled, with a teacher to student ratio of 17:1, has 36 elementary schools, 18 middle schools, and 7 high schools. And some of the most popular communities inside the Woodlands right now is gonna be Cochran's Crossing, Indian Springs, Alden Bridge, Sterling Ridge, and Creekside Park. So let's take a look at my computer. We'll dive in and take a look at a couple of homes that are currently for sale right now in some of those neighborhoods. All right, so the first neighborhood we are gonna take a look at is gonna be called Cochran's Crossing. Now, let's go into my computer real quick and I'll show you exactly where it's at. So you hit up 45 North passing Spring and you're gonna be taking Woodlands Parkway, which is gonna be something around, let's see, Woodlands Parkway should be right here. Lake Woodlands Drive, Woodlands Parkway, or Lake Woodlands, I should have said, down over there. And then you can see where I highlighted it. It's gonna be this major area around here. So this isn't exact, but try to do a little polygon for you so you can see exactly see on the map of where it's at. So let's take a look at some properties of what we got here. So we have a 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 725, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square foot, 750. We have a 2,500 square foot home here for 525. We have one for 1 million. We have one for 3.7 million. Again, remember I told you, you can find luxury here, no doubt. We have a 7 bedroom, 5.5 bath home, 7,700 square foot, almost 7,750. So let's take a look at this one, see what we got here for a $3.7 million home. It is built in 2007 and has been on the market for 19 days. Take a look at this on the interior. Nice spiral little staircase here with the wrought iron, looks great. Beautiful birdcage chandelier. We have some opening French doors there, looks great. Nice tall ceilings. We have a floor to ceiling, a fireplace with this, looks like stone. Looks beautiful, butler's pantry. This looks good. We have all this hardwood in here, makes it look great. Beautiful. We have a nice walk-in car wash shower is what we like to say. We like to call a little car wash shower. You can kind of just walk in there and walk on out on the other side. We have a kind of a standalone tub on the outside of that. Pretty nice and spacious laundry area, big kitchen. I like that. At least it actually has a big kitchen for 3.7. It better have a nice sized kitchen. It's not the biggest I've seen, but hey, it'll do. Looks great. There we go. So we have a nice spa feature there, beautiful lush landscaping, and this is gonna be backing up to the golf course. So you can see the golf course is right in your backyard. That is awesome. So if you are an avid golfer, hey, this might be a good place for you. And then you can see beautiful lighting out here, beautiful landscaping. You can tell they have taken tremendous care of this property. Looks great. We have an outdoor patio, outdoor kitchen. We have some hardwoods up in here. And then we have the stone fireplace features. Looks great. Let's move on to the next one. So let's take a look, a little something more or less expensive than that. Let's go $950, see what this one looks about. This one's probably gonna do a bit older. Yes, 1993. So this one is a 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath, 4,300 square foot. Doesn't look too bad, 4,300 square foot. I actually like the exterior. I like the exterior a little bit, it looks good. I think it could use a fresh coat of paint. To me, this kind of looks a little bit too gaudy. Again though, hey, opinion, right? It's one of those things, opinions, everyone got one. Everyone has an opinion. What really matters at the end of the day is your opinion. But, so looks good. I'm liking this nice size walk-in shower here. We have double vanities. Yep, double vanities there. Nice little landing area. And then we have a backyard feature with a pool. I love pools. I actually like that wallpaper. Wallpaper has been making a comeback, I will say. Wallpaper is making a comeback. Again, you have to make it though. You have to make a right selection. You can't just use any old wallpaper. You gotta make the right selection and make it flow very well. So make sure you pick out something good. Pinterest is always gonna be your best friend. If you're looking for an idea of what would look good in your home that you currently have, check out Pinterest. Well, that's gonna wrap up our video for today of the top 5 Houston suburbs. I truly hope that you found some sort of value in this video. And if you did, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to stay up to date with the current market here in Houston, Texas. Again, I will leave all of my information in the description box down below. And if moving to Houston is in your near future, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to meet you and love to learn about your goals and your timelines and exactly what you're looking for. And I would be honored and delighted to help you make a smooth move and transition here to Houston, Texas. Signing off for now, until next time.